Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you.
Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Jets. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And an alley to run. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
On the set.
50 seconds left. Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
Ready?
On 1st down, Rudolph. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
On 1st down, it's Rudolph. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Rudolph looking to throw it. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now Rudolph. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run it with Bell. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. The first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
54, right there, right there. Still lady. Watch the back, watch the back.
3rd and 2, Darnold. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points they got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Go, go.
2nd and 10, Rudolph again. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Hey, lock it. Two-jet bomber. Two-jet bomber. Now.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. following the touchdown. Here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Colts 7, Jets 0.
Mike. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Throwing here on third down. Darnold, a screen to Bell. Bell a first down and then some. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Double dog, that's the way.
And that'll set him back 5.
That's it, baby. We're gonna work.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Jets on the move. Couple of big plays back-to-back.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Here's Darnold. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The linebacker Darius Leonard applied the heat.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football.
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Rudolph. He's got it to Hilton. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Fights through, and now a crease. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A huge play that time for the Colts. 46 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They'll run here with Mack. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter up in Minneapolis. That one has really opened up. The Vikings have just scored again. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Check the call, check the call. Man, 80. Hey, Charlie. Man, 80. Hey, Alpha.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, Darnold. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
At the 43-yard line.
Darnold, and they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. To the air again, Darnold. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 45-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. 53, check 53. Rip right. Hey, red 80. Oh, 80.
A first down throw, Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
3 down. Check 26, check 26. Check 24, check 24.
Protein spill. Hey, Foxtrot.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Go.
Here's Rudolph off play action. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Right there. 54 mic. Hey, let's go.
Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Colts' 46-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Let's go.
Bravo.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Now it's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. A gain there of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Gotta do better. Come on, man, 80. 53 is the mic. 53, check 53.
Hey, wahoo!
On first down, Darnold. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Get out here. That's how we do it.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is right down Broadway. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. It's Rudolph. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Back to the air, Rudolph on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Go, go. Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rudolph. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A short gain that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Bell. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
Watch the slants. Watch the slant.
Ready? 53's mic. Check 53's mic.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for offense.
On 2nd down now, it's Bell, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Lady.
Darnold from the gun. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They come out here in the I. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Looking to run with Matt. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Rudolph to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows in terms of football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kick by Maher is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Play action. It's Darnold. Oh, he took that thing one-handed. What a grab. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
We're going to sack. 53 is the mic. Red 80. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. From the 44, Darnold got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 35. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Darnold now to throw. A screen to Bell. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw is Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Bryant's extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rudolph looking to throw. And the catch made by Hilton. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 39 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
17.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Bell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Darnold. Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get... And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts. So we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Looking to throw again on second down. Rudolph buying time to his left. Ebron caught left side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Watch the eye. Watch this. Go.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. Ready?
Now it's Rudolph. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. 54 Mike.
Go.
54 Mike, 54 Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54.
Now Rudolph. To the right side to Eric Ebron. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. One last throw down for Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.